Thank you, Lorna, for that. You nearly made me cry already, and I've only been up here for a minute. So I'm Olivia. I'm 18 years of age, and I go to music college. Not like you needed to know that, but so when I was 8, my mum sadly went to jail, and at first I was a bit like, where did she gone? Because obviously I'd lived with my mum for years, so. When she first got taken, I moved in with my nan. And, I love my nan. It's my nan. She's my great nan. She's amazing. Love her. But she weren't my mum. And, trying to cope with that at an age of 8 was a lot to handle. So I'm going to talk about 3 things that I experienced, which was before I got support. And this was during support, but this is why support helped me. I experienced separation, a lot of anxiety, a lot of bullying. And... I learned to grow up quick, which I shouldn't have really done at that age, but I was very mature for my age. And when my mum first went away, I got bullied by a lot of kids, saying I'd end up being like my mum. My mum's a bad person. She's a disgrace. She shouldn't, be allowed at the school to pick me up. Just terrible things. And, I really kept it in. I mean, Anne always told me a problem heard is a problem halved. So, at a young age, I was going, instead of a lot of kids was going to, to play out or going home. So when they go home to see their mum, I was going to visiting rooms to speak to my mum over a desk. When they go home to speak to the mum about the day, I was having a 2-minute phone call. And it was a lot to handle. And I had a lot of... why me? Why was this me? Why did this have to happen to me of all people? I was a good kid. I was good in school. I tried my hardest. And it was a lot to handle. And, when I got support, it changed a lot. I had a family. I've been going to this support group since the age of 8, and I'm now 18. So I've been there a long time. But, Lorna and my time have helped me a lot figure out what I want to do and who I want to be. And these kids, they're just, they're amazing. They're so talented, but, they never know where to go and what to do. So it's great to have a family, and the army family. And, it's helped communication skills. It's opened a lot of doors for me. And I've got 2 minutes. So all I want to say is everyone sitting here right now, all is at least someone here in their schools, in their work, in their jobs, in their day-to-day life have met someone who know a child with a parent in prison. And I just want to make sure that they know that there's a lot of support out there. And I want to thank Lorna for everything that you've done for me. And I want to thank you for listening to my boring story for 5 minutes. But thank you so much. And thank you.
We're now going to be hearing from some young people who are going to be putting some questions based on what they've experienced so far during the evening to us all. So the questions are going to be coming from the young people. I'm going to field them to you guys. I'm not asking you to answer them out loud, but they're going to be food for thought for you to write things down on your piece of paper, and there might be signposts for you as well. Tony, what have we got over there?
How do we help children gain the courage to seek out to support or help?
Okay, could you say that one more time?
How do we help children gain the courage to seek out for support or help?
Wonderful. So how do we help children reach out for that support? What steps are we taking to make sure that children have the opportunity to reach out to these services? Wonderful question. Thank you. Tony, next.
What support is there in place for the younger children in primary school who suffer ACEs?
Wonderful. Okay, very good. So again, the question is, what's the key age group that we're targeting? Where do we really need to make an impact? And we've said that things are particularly being put in place for primary school children. This is really, really significant. It's important that all age groups are covered, but particularly primary school children. Very good question. Thank you. Tony, next.
In school, children can ask teachers for help when it comes to mental health, but who can teachers and other adults turn to for help?
Wonderful. What a great question. So we're encouraging our children to talk to teachers, people who are in schools, But then who do they then go to? Okay, we're expecting our teachers to do incredible work in reaching targets and Ofsted. I've just had an Ofsted report from one of my children's schools, and incredible pressures on teachers. But then teachers are also really frontline for so many children, and children are speaking to their teachers. So what's put in place for teachers? Might be someone in the room here who might have an opportunity to access some kind of support or be able to facilitate a discussion around how we support teachers. Brilliant question. Tony, next.
How can a person help and gain trust from the victim of basis?
Okay, could you say that one more time, please?
How can a person help and gain trust from the victim of basis?
How can the person who's helping gain trust from the victim? Okay, so that's a really good question, thank you. So that's basically saying, okay, how can we set up support for the people who are helping the victims? Okay, so this might be teachers, it might be parents. Could you have access to a pot of money that would create an environment where training could take place for people who are on the front lines? Youth workers, teachers. Could you have access to an environment, maybe a room, where head teachers could come and discuss that? What actions can you take as a response to some of these questions? Well done. Next one, Tony, what have we got?
Sometimes when people open up about their mental health, they feel like they can be viewed as weak. How can we stop this?
Wonderful. So when people are opening up about these adverse childhood experiences, these toxic issues, these things that are happening to them, how can we ensure that they aren't made to feel weak? I think there's a lot there to do with raising awareness of the importance of resilience. So it might be that you're involved with marketing, raising awareness. You might have access to internet platforms that could raise awareness of how opening up about adverse childhood experiences can be a positive thing. How building resilience can help you and future generations to overcome the consequences of ACEs.